If I talk about the operation that Indian Army has participated, Indian Army has shown its potential during the Operation Vijay, which was held in 1999, known as Kargil War, where Indian Army has shown its potential by winning the war against the Pakistan. It is necessary to have a strong defense in the worldwide. Having the largest population doesn't matter. What it matters is the strong defense. Because first of all, we should have to protect our borders from sea, air attacks, as well as the land borders. Jai Hind everyone, the topic for today's lecturette which I have chosen is the Indian Defence Forces. The Indian Defence Forces, it is commanded by the President of India, and the person who is holding the highest rank in the armed forces is known as CDS, which is Chief of Defence Staff. If I talk about the Indian Defence Forces, it is comprises of three parts. The first is Indian Army, Indian Navy, and Indian Air Force. Indian Army, it is headed by the individual who is holding the general rank. And if we see that in the Indian Army, it is also divided into three parts. The first is fighting arms, the second is supporting arms, and the third is services or the logistics. The fighting arms, it consists of infantry battalions, armored corps, as well as the mechanized infantry. If I talk about the supporting arms consist of army, air defense, aviation, artillery, and various other units. And if we talk about the services and logistics, it includes CMP, MNS, Army Medical Corps, Army Education Corps, Army Ordnance Corps, and various other things. There are 13 corps in the infantry, in the army basically. And this 13 corps is also divided in three parts. We do have strike corps, we do have holding corps, as well as we do have mixed corps. And each corps, it consists of three divisions, and each division consists of three infantry battalion and some of the elements of supporting arms, as well as it consists of the three infantry brigade and three infantry battalion. If I talk about the operation that Indian Army has participated, Indian Army has shown its potential during the Operation Vijay, which was held in 1999, known as Kargil War, where Indian Army has shown its potential by winning the war against the Pakistan. If we see the examples of Operation Parakram 2001, where we all have seen that the parliament attack. If we talk about Operation Rakshak and Operation Snow Leopard, in the present scenario, the clash in the Doklam and the Ladakh region, where Indian Army has also shown its potential. And we do have the 7 commands of Indian Army. First is Eastern Command, which is in Kolkata, Southern Command, which is in Pune, Western Command, which is in Chandi Mandir, Central Command, which is in Lucknow, Northern Command, which is in Udhampur, and the Training Command, which is in Simla. Now let us talk about the motto of Indian Army. The motto of Indian Army is service before self. The second factor, that is Indian Navy. Indian Navy has a motive that Samno Varuna, and it is having 3 operational commands, and it is headed by the Admiral. If we talk about the 3 operational commands, the first is Southern Command, which is in Kochi, the Eastern Command, which is in Visakhapatnam, and the Western Command, which is in Mumbai. They are based on fleets. There are floatal, which is known as the core headquarters, based on the Visakhapatnam, Mumbai, as well as at the Port Blair, which is in Andaman Nicobar Islands, that is providing defense to Indian Navy. If we talk about the Indian Air Force has a motive that touch the sky with glory, and it is headed by the Air Marshal. If you see, there are 7 commands, 5 are operationals, 1 is training, and the another is the maintenance command. In the operation command, we do have 5 commands. The first is Western Command, which is in Delhi, Eastern Command, which is in Shillong, and Western Command, which is in Gandhinagar, Southern Command, that is in Tiruvananthapuram, Central Command, that is in Allahabad, and we have Maintenance Command, which is in Nagpur. And if we talk about the operations that Indian Navy and Indian Air Force has participated, Indian Navy had shown potential during the Operation Kaveri, which was held in Sudan to bring the Indian community people from Sudan to India, where INS Sumedha and INS Tarkas was deployed, and around 3,000 people were rescued and they have been brought to India. Where if you talk about Indian Air Force has shown its potential during the Operation Madad, Operation Rahat, as well as during the Operation Karuna, which was held in Myanmar. During the cyclone, Indian Air Force has evacuated many of the individuals from that region. If we see Operation Madad, where the Kerala flood has been hit the mainland of Kerala, where Indian Air Force has shown its potential by rescuing the individuals. During the Operation Rahat, during the Joshimat crisis, we all have seen that Indian Air Force has rescued many individuals from the Joshimat region and brought them to the safe land. At last, I want to conclude by saying that India should be having the first rank in the defense, for which India have to look after the modernized defense forces, modernized weapons, as well as India should invest more amount of funds to the research and development, by which we can purchase modernized armed and ammunition, as well as with the help, India should also establish its own indigenous products, indigenous aircraft, by which we can export and grow India's economy. Thank you.